What's up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Frank Presents the Play Call, the off-season version. Uh, Looking forward to this off-season, a lot of stuff going on. We joined one short today, but how's everybody doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing outstanding, great,
I'm great.
happy. Got to travel tomorrow. Not really looking forward to it, but it is what it is.
You're gonna be gone for a week?
No. Girl, I get there Friday evening. I leave Sunday morning. So
Mm.
I'm be tired as hell. And I took Monday off too on purpose, so I don't have to worry about
Mm-hmm.
going back to work after all that traveling. But
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, let's get started. I mean, a lot of stuff, not a lot of stuff going on, kind of same repetitive things in the news. A lot of comments about Lamar, Aaron Rodgers finally came out of his darkness and graced the world with his presence. Um,
That retreat sounds amazing.
I think it's good to reset. Danny Dimes, he's out there. Giants got decisions
He
to make.
wants money.
He wants money, correct? Um, a lot. I mean, I guess it's not a lot of news, but interesting topics. I would say stuff that we can discuss. So I'll let Bree go ahead and take it. She's our topic person.
All right. So first, so franchise tag started on February 20th. So
Mm-hmm.
teams are now eligible to start franchise tagging their players. Now, one team in particular that I was thinking about, and I was like, I'll save it for the podcast because I was going to write it in the chat. But I was like, I'm going to save it in the podcast. And it's the Giants because it's like, do you franchise tag Saquon or do you franchise tag Danny Dimes? And I want both of your take on who, if you were the Giants organization, who would you franchise tag and why?
You want to go, Nikki, first? Or you want me to go?
So it's hard, because I don't know who Saquon is, right? And Saquon of the past, and then we know he had his injury, and then he never came back to be Saquon of the past. But this last season, um, he carried the team. He really did carry the team. And then Danny Dimes, this is third year, right? Or fourth?
Fourth.
Um, and you can see progression. So I think this is a good question. I think for me, see, I really can't say because for me, I want to say I'll keep Saquon because I know, I've had longevity with him, right? But then I also feel like, it comes a time where um you're great, you're wonderful, uh, but we need to take the team another direction. But I think I'll take Saquon.
So, they had a conversation about this, and I would say I would franchise tag.
It's hard.
So here's why. I'm gonna give you two scenarios, right? For one, Saquon's been hurt, and when he's hurt, he's not as producive. The best ability is availability. This year, he was good to go, and look what he put up, numbers since his rookie year, whatever. Danny Dimes, we've seen what he's done, and then we see what he does with Brian Dable. But the problem is that with Danny, you got to change your whole offense to match what he can do. A lot of his stats came from running. I think he was like third or fourth rushing quarterback in the league. And, it makes you wonder what's his ceiling? Did he reach his cap and where you at? With Saquon, if he stays healthy, he's a, phenomenal player. So you could do a couple of things. You can franchise tag Saquon for 1 year. It's not going to cost you much because a running back's average salary is not as high as a quarterback's. And then I would extend Danny maybe 2 years, give him like 60 mil, 30 guaranteed over the next 2 years with incentives. I don't know. But I would probably, and then what you do is Saquon, if he's healthy the next year and you see what he can do, then I would probably sign him for a long-term deal then. And also running backs are a dime a dozen. I hate to say it. And you can find a bunch of them in the draft. And look at Pacheco last year, did well for the Chiefs. you got people out there that still haven't got a contract either, like Josh Jacobs. So you could probably move on from Saquon, but I wouldn't. My thing is, who's more valuable to you? I know the quarterback position is the most valuable piece in a team, but we've seen teams win Super Bowls with average quarterbacks and have great teams. So I mean, I'll probably franchise tag Saquon, or I sign Saquon to a long deal and franchise tag Danny. Danny's not worth 45 a year. I'm sorry. What he's asking for, he's not. In my opinion, he hasn't shown anything.
He's not. Yes, I 100% solely agree with you on that. I'm going your second route. I would franchise tag Danny Dimes because I know he's not going to get that 45 million. If I franchise tag him, I can at least get it down to at least 30 mil, maybe even 35 million. Like you said, the quarterback is like the heart of the team. And he is showing progression, especially under Dable. He is. So the more he works with Dable, the more we can see him progressing more and more and more. I would extend Saquon and not franchise tag him because, like you and Nikki both said, he had a great rookie year, injury prone 3 years after that, and then a good fourth year. So it's like, do I risk franchise tagging somebody that could potentially get hurt again and be out 2-3 more seasons when I could have got this super healthy quarterback that's progressing?
Yeah.
That's the route I would take.
I think that where the Giants are at, you can't go wrong with either one.
Either or, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're not. I don't think they're contenders right now. I think they had a great season. There's a lot of pieces that have to go around. But like I said, either one you can't go wrong with. I like your idea as well. The only thing with franchise tagging Danny, the average salary, you're looking at 35 mil. Looking at 30, 40 mil guaranteed.
I would say 35 mil. Yeah, franchise tag is fine.
Yeah, fully guaranteed. So, I don't think any team is going to give him what he wants anyways. You know what I'm saying? So I might let him hit the market and see and then have him have that come to Jesus moment, Like, hey, look, bro, we going to offer you this. There ain't nobody going to offer you this. You went out there, you dated a little bit, you went to a couple of lunches, nobody offer you no contract. So come back home and take this little bit of money I'm going to give you. You know what I'm saying?
Because, I might say, what team is really hurting for a quarterback? We got a few, but I don't know if, even the teams that are hurting, if I will run to him.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? So,
I mean,
you can see the progression. But I guess my question to you guys is the progression enough for him to be a plug and play somewhere else?
No, he's not.
No.
The thing that any team he goes to, he just can't come in and add flavor. They're gonna have to change his team to his strengths.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we said it before, and I've heard a few times on TV. The reason he was able to get the yards he got was because Saquon's having a great year.
Yeah.
So now,
so you had to account for Saquon, and because you do.
Shady McCoy said it best. He said, you can't put 8 in the box. You gotta bring 8 in because he's gonna eat you up. But then now you can beat him over the top, And then when you beat him over the top, then it allows Danny to, Danny Dimes to run, or you pass it over to Saquon. So I don't know. Giants got a lot in their hands, but I don't know what position they're in the draft too. But I know we'll probably talk about that next week or something like that. Moving up, making trades. I mean, they can sell out. I don't know where their draft capital is at or where their cap is salary is hitting at, where they're at amongst the teams that either have it or don't. We've seen a lot of teams getting rid of players right now just to get under the salary cap. So, we'll see. I think you can't go wrong either way. They're both. It's both risky with both of them. One is injury prone. The other one only had one good year. You can't really.
One good year, slowly progressing, but you don't need to slowly progress to be we need you right now.
Yeah. We need to be like, I need you.
We need you right now. We don't need you slowly progressing.
Yeah.
All right.
Not in the league that is, Teams that you ain't even looking at is like, wow, look at the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Team that people have never looked at, you know? You can't be slowly progressing in your fourth year.
Yeah.
All right. So the next topic, I'm going to put 2 pictures up. All right. There's 2 trade proposals that is in talks right now in the NFL. And they're both wide receivers. And I sent one of them in the chat today that I really want to talk about because I think that would be really, really good for New England. And the second one is probably going to blow your mind. Okay. So we're going to do the first one. We'll do the trade proposal. So Patriots received T. Higgins and the Bengals received 2023 first and 4th round pick. Now, if you remember, prior to the divisional rounds, the Cincinnati Bengals were already talking about releasing T. Higgins. Because we discussed that on the podcast. Now, do y'all think that T. Higgins will fit in the offensive style of Mac Jones and the New England Patriots?
See, I'm not too savvy. Like, I don't really pay attention to people's. I don't know. I pay attention to individuals, not how they play with team. Honestly, I don't think they're gonna let go of T.
So here's how I see it, right? We don't know what Bill O'Brien's going to do with that offense. Last year it wasn't going to work because you didn't have an offensive mind in there. Everybody was.
You had Matt Patricia.
Yeah. So I think that if they can get him, first off, let's just be honest. The Patriots haven't done well drafting wide receivers and stuff like that. The last first round pick wide receiver they took was N'Keal Harry. That didn't work out. I think before that was Deion Branch. They got a Super Bowl with him. He was Super MVP, but look how far in between that was 04, and then you get N'Keal Harry or whatever. So I think it's a good trade. I think it'd be great. If you saw what Kendrick Bourne did when he was healthy, or what Parker was doing as a big body out there, I think that if they go back to their run first and they have 2 good running backs, allowing them to do the play action and get the ball downfield, I think T. Higgins is a good candidate for that. I just don't know if Bill O'Brien's scheme or whatever he's planning, because none of us know, is going to be a fit for him. But I think he'll be a good fit in New England. I think he's a good wide receiver. He's come up big in Cincinnati when needed. Made some good catches, and it would suck if they let him go, because I think that the trio you have works. You have Jamal,
that's what I was about to say.
You have Boyd.
It does.
I mean, as a Patriots fan, I would love for him to come, but as a football fan all around, if we're talking about Joe Burrow getting back to the Super Bowl and having a chance, I mean, I wouldn't want to lose a piece, but we saw Mahomes lose Tyreek Hill and still win a Super Bowl. It might make it better. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. So I think it could work. Long story short, I think it could work. I think he's a good receiver, and I think is what Mac Jones kind of needs, is a big body, 50-50 ball winner. We all know he wanted to throw the ball more last year, and he didn't throw it as much. So I'm with it. Let's see what happens.
So I think that this would be a really, really good trade proposal for New England, because T. Higgins reminds me of Amendola. So you'll have like a Amendola 2.0 back on the Patriots offense.
That's a bigger body, because Dola was.
Yes. Yeah, he was short, but their play style, the way they catch the balls slickly. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and it's so hard. I apologize, y'all. Yeah, I do. I think this would be good. We've already seen what Bill O'Brien did with the offense, but there's no Tom Brady, there's no Amendola, there's no Gronkowski. So we don't know what, like you said, we don't know what this offense will be with him, but hopefully it's a next step up away from Matt Patricia.
Correct.
So the second one, my favorite. So Steelers receive Mike Evans, and we'll give a 2023 third round.
That's kind
I'm
of
sorry, but that's a steal. That's a steal.
yeah. That's kind of like
Insult.
yeah. That's an
That's a steal.
insult,
Look, Mike Tomlin and the GM know what they doing. That's a steal.
girl. That shit is that's disrespectful. I think he's the only
I
wide
know.
receiver with 1,000 yards every season he's played. But
Third round.
but it's not a bad look either. Because you got who's the wide receiver that check out over there, the rookie one, Pickens.
Oh, we have Pickens.
You got Pickens. You put him on the other side, and shit, you can get anybody to fill a wide receiver 3. You know,
Yeah,
Don't forget, we got Calvin Austin that we drafted that was injured too.
yeah. So I mean, that's not bad. So funny you mentioned him being traded. I was seeing something where people were saying they should trade Godwin to free up cap space.
No, I was seeing that they shouldn't trade Godwin. I was hearing that they should trade Evans and let go of Julio Jones.
I mean, yeah, I would get rid of Julio.
I mean, Julio. Okay, that's all you can say.
Julio needs to go to a team where he doesn't need to do much. Kind of, a team that's ready there. We just need a receiver to come in every now and then, make a big play.
Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City.
Julio is
Cincinnati.
low-key. He's low-key done. Not that he can't play, but he's not he's not
injury
needed.
prone.
He's not needed.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy, That's his knock. But going back to Evans, I think that'd be a steal for the Steelers.
Most likely.
That's a steal. It's disrespectful. Yeah. It's a steal. Like if
it's
the
disrespectful. It's a disrespectful steal.
Yeah.
Mind you, the Buccaneers let go of absolutely everybody. So it's like, hey, we don't really got nobody to negotiate to keep him.
No, you have. I mean, it's just.
But that's my thing. I don't understand why they would let him go. Because absolutely what you said, they have nobody.
Because he's also somewhat injury prone as well. That's why.
Yeah, but he's also a solid one on the team. Because Lenny didn't do shit this year.
Nah, that whole run game didn't do shit this year. That offensive line wasn't doing nothing. I think so. To me personally, again, this is a business, so they don't have to. But knowing that he's still kind of young, still has something left in the tank. If I'm gonna move him, I'd rather move him to a team where either he can get money and win, or could win another championship. The good thing about it is you have your ring already, so you're not at this point, So a wide receiver, you can have 4 or 5 rings. It's okay. Nobody's gonna say that. You can have 1, and it's okay. So it's like, at the end of the day, when he retires, is either is he a Hall of Famer or he's just Super Bowl winner. At this point, Super Bowl winner trending to a Hall of Famer. So now he's both.
Yeah, he's definitely a Super Bowl winner. That's
so.
I don't know if eventually he'll knock in.
Yeah,
Hall of Fame, but
he's got 8,000 yards already. Plus, at this point, but I don't know. That'd be a good steal. That would be a good trade. I think it'd be good for your team. I think it'd be offensively, it'd be great for your quarterback to have those 2 weapons between Pickens and him. And you still got
it'll be good for the Steelers, a slap in the face for the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean, but they'd be, at this point, they'll be the dumb ones to let them go.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like
and no. But the thing is this: if you're gonna let him go, like you gotta let him go for more.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. At least a second. You know what I'm saying?
At least.
I mean, a first
and
round,
at least you got to squint, be like,
he's definitely a first rounder. I would give a first rounder for him because I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, if, you're looking at the fact that he's had, 8 years in the league or some shit like that. And, he's been injured. And,
okay, so
I'll give you a second, a second and a third.
A third?
Just a third? That's like,
I know, but what
you
if
started off at a
what
third?
if they fall for it? If they fall for it, I can see Mike Tomlin already.
But not. So let me ask you a question though. What round did he get drafted in? I don't know. what round he winning. I'm looking it up right now, but
I got you, Frank.
I definitely don't know.
First round, 7th overall.
hell yeah, bro. Come on, man. First round.
Yeah, he ain't leaving for third round. No.
Mhm.
The dude got over 10,000 yards, 81 touchdowns, over 680. He got 683 receptions. I mean, he's averaged 1,000 yards every season he's been in the league with whack quarterbacks too. Like this
And
is,
injured?
yup. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that's woo.
Third round is an insult.
Mhm.
Without even knowing all of that, third round is an insult.
But I can already see this
I mean,
team
like
is
I
going
said, if you guys pull it off, that's a great. I think it'd be a great addition. I think the Bucks are done. They don't have the cap space to bring a good quarterback in to make a difference. You know, so you either dump off some of your stuff, some of your players to make space, but and we don't know how that offense is going to look next year. You know, and
Yeah.
what up?
So another big topic that they've been talking about is Justin Fields. The Bears trading Justin Fields and Kit and Bryce Young in the first round. Now, the latest I've heard was the Colts getting Justin Fields and the Bears having the first pick and the 4th pick. And the Colts get Justin Fields.
I haven't heard no trades. That doesn't sound bad. The problem is that I think with Justin Fields and the Bears, you know what you're getting with him. He actually could throw the ball. They kind of made him into a running quarterback. And you got to build the offensive line to protect him. And that's any quarterback, whether you get rid of him or not. Now, where I see you moving on from him is because you need draft capital. So he is definitely a good. So if you can get a team to give you a first round, second, or a future first, like some of these teams that go in it with like 3 or 4 first round picks because of trades they made in the past, then yeah, I would dump them. But any quarterback you bring, like if you went for after Bryce Young, they said earlier, he's like 5'10" at best, 5'11", maybe a $190. You've definitely gonna need an offensive line to protect him. Justin Fields a bigger quarterback, I think taller as well. So it's like, what are you gonna get? Me, I think the kid did good last year. I think if you can get an offensive line, go get the weapons, and build around them, that's fine. But if you're gonna dump them, you better get the draft capital to dump them. You know what I'm saying?
So it says that if the Bears trade with the Colts, the Bears will keep their first round pick, the 4th overall pick 35, a 2024 first round, and a 2024 third round. And the Colts get Justin Fields.
I mean, it's not bad. To me, the Colts come out winning. I think to me, the Colts did that. They come out winning only because you know what you're getting in the quarterback. He's already had playing time. You're not sitting here wondering if I draft this guy, what am I going to get? No, you know what you're getting. You've seen him play. If you get we've seen what coaching does. We saw what Dable did with Allen. We saw what Dable did with Danny Dimes. We've seen what other coaches do with other players. We've seen what Doug Peterson's done down in Jacksonville. So you see what good coaching has done in a franchise or organization that has potential. They've brought out the good. So we never know. I mean, if he can, go and I don't even know who the OC is in Indianapolis. I don't know. But if it's not names that you know what I'm saying, then it to me is I don't know. It's a good deal.
Yes. No, never mind. No, I don't. Sorry, I had a brain fart. My apologies. So, Frank, I promise we're not going to talk about Lamar.
I mean, we could. I just, to me, it turning into LeBron all over again. What team you
Now,
going?
I asked June this question on the phone on my way to work.
Jim Bob Cooter.
I said, do you think Lamar is slowly turning into a diva?
So I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me when I say this or not. The issue I'm having is it's a blessing to play the game. Okay, it's a blessing, and we all know that not all these athletes come from good beginnings. A lot of them come from humble beginnings, come from nothing. He's one of those that come from nothing. You come into the NFL, you have success. You know, you're a unanimous MVP. You're a difference maker on that team, and now you're coming up for your contract. And there's nothing wrong with knowing your worth, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I think that sometimes we forget that there was a time when you had nothing and you wished to be an NFL playing. Now you're an NFL playing and you want everything. And sometimes, man, just you know, appreciate the fact that they offer you. Again, we've said this all the time. Let's not count another team's pockets. When the Browns reset the market with that stupid deal, now Deshaun's eating what $54 million of their salary through 2026. So you can't build around them. I'm sorry. That was the dumbest thing ever that they did, but it is what it is. So now you see Deshaun and you say, well, at least I have an MVP. I want the same money he has. Bro, if you do that, you're hurting your team. They're not you can't get a wide receiver to come play with you now. You're gonna have me and June out there. And I can only run a yard, and that's it. You got me. I ain't doing nothing else after that. You know what I mean? Like, I think be humble. Be humble. Take what I'm not saying take less, but don't try to go for the juggler. When, bro, if you get to the Super Bowl and win, even if you just get to the Super Bowl, my man, it paid dividends. You know, Jordan didn't make money off his salary. He made money off his endorsement. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just for me. I think Lamar needs to really have a come to Jesus moment. He needs to go to a church or a mosque or something, pray and realize that, bro, you blessed to be playing a game that people wish they could be playing. And 180 million is a lot more than what you had when you were sitting back in Florida dreaming to be in the NFL. So I don't know. And then one last thing. And old girl said, Joy Taylor said that they should pay him what he's owed. I have a problem with that. He's owed? What is he owed? He's still in his rookie contract. What is he owed? You say like owed? Nah, if you win that Super Bowl, now hey, we could talk. Like, you know what? We gotta pay you. But go ahead, Nick. You had your hand up.
I do. So I think this is so a lot of times you have to look at things from somebody else's perspective, right? And when we're not outside looking in, it's easy for us to be like, you need to be humble a little bit or remember where you came from, right? A lot of time when we're in a situation, majority of people have always forgotten where they came from. You know what I mean?
True.
As a first, sometimes I got to say, remember the struggles I felt like I had as a third class, right? So then when I look at some of these third classes, and I just use it just to bring something that you can relate to, right? I'm like, I remember when I was a third class, I did this and I did that, and da, 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 da. But I only remember that when I want to compare to how some of the third classes I see today have it. You get what I'm saying? So I say that just to say that it's easier said to say, remember where you came from. When you're in a situation, to reflect sometimes is hard. You want to just figure out where you're currently at to go where else you want to go, And I think that's where Lamar is. Hey, I've done this, and that, or you cannot say the Ravens without talking about Lamar Jackson or how he carries the team. So that's where he is now. So like where he is now, he's like, I think I'm do this, right? I also say this. Lamar, and this is something that has been said in the past, and I'm going to reference a little of different things. In the past, it was like Lamar gets penalized a lot without them actually calling the penalty. You get what I'm saying? Like he get hit, he get tackled, and they won't call a penalty. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, they're not doing this fair to Lamar. I think at this point, I think he's standing like he's betting on himself. I don't care. And this is in his head, right? I don't care that the Browns probably did something stupid. They have faith in somebody that hasn't played in 2 years and ain't dished nothing for the previous team in 2 years. I've done this, and that. You know, I don't know if I want to call it a D, but I think he's just standing on his right. Where I agree with you is sometimes we have to take ourselves out of it and think, what is the betterment of the team? And I think Lamar right now, the team is a second thought. Right now, it's all about him, you know, and I can't blame him. I can say it's unfair, or I can say, okay, look, you know what I'm saying? The sport of football is a team sport. Now, yes, most of the time, single players carry more of the weight, or single players get recognized more, but it is a team sport. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a diva. I think Lamar is standing on that. I'm me, and I'm going to stand for me. The only thing that is frustrating about this situation is it's getting too long. It's getting drugged.
But it's not, so that's not only on him though. Let's be fair.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
The team has to make
It's
it.
not. Remember, I said this last week or 2 weeks ago when we said something. I'm like, you know, y'all like, oh, he should just move on. Well, wait a minute. You know, it's two people negotiating.
Yeah.
Lamar has stood by. I'm not, you know, he was hurt and he has been playing since then. Like, I want to get paid.
So I would say this. If I'm the team, I've negotiated. I gave him my price. The owner went on TV and said, I'm not paying a player $230 million guaranteed. That was dumb. So I'm a non-exclusively franchise tag you. I'm gonna let teams make the offer because now you're guaranteed at least 2 first-round picks. See, the Ravens to me got the upper hand. Because if you play this right and you get another desperate team, you can get draft capital and they'll take the money. Like, you know, it's a lot that you could do. So I would give it a non-exclusive franchise tag. Because I don't, you know, we always say I don't want to keep somebody that doesn't want to be kept.
Right.
You don't want to be here. Listen, bro, I'm offering you this money. You don't want it. I'm going to do this.
The thing about the Ravens is this. You're right. They do have the upper hands. They're being selfish. That's what it is, right? Because if I have the upper hand, like this going back and forth couldn't happen. At the end, I'm going to win. I think the issue they're having is this. Even if their franchise are a desperate team, there's desperate teams that just need one piece to take them to the thing. The Ravens need more than one piece.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? So they have the upper hand but they're looking at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is not them with the upper hand. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, yeah. I think so. Look, I saw something today. They said that Miami's not sure they're going to pick up Tua's 5th-year option.
That's the team that's in my head.
I've said this before. I was Miami. I would sell. I would sell out and go get Lamar. I got the 2 fastest wide receivers in the league.
The Jets are trying to.
I would not go to the Jets.
No, the Jets. I think the Jets.
I will go to Florida, where I'm from. No state taxes, federal. Listen, man. Listen, Miami, you will be a god down there. And now that division is not easily won by the Bills anymore because if Tua never got hurt, they could have won that division. Let's just be real.
Miami was on the.
Yeah, Miami was there. And they were giving people that work. So, in my opinion, tag him with non-exclusive. Get your worth out of him. And with all that draft capital you're going to get, you can actually go out there and rebuild the team. You got a new.
It's going to take more than a year, though.
Yeah, but that's fine, though. That's fine. But
you know what? Let's be honest. If they keep him, it's still going to take more than a year because he needs pieces.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So another thing, too, right? And it's now I could do this because he's not in the league no more. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes got that $500 million deal, right? Which really wasn't $500 million, but it was total to that. The very next year, he restructured his contract to get more money up front so the team can have more money to go get people. That's what a lot of quarterbacks that want to win have done in the past. So you gotta be selfless to win. If the point is to get, if you want to be up there, because let's just be honest, you can talk about quarterbacks with talent, but there's only one quarterback winning trophies right now, and that's Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
And you could be the greatest regular season quarterback, but when you get to the playoffs, what are you doing? So in order to be up there with Mahomes, because that's the standard now, right? You have to go out there and win. And you need it. You said it yourself. You need a team to win.
Yeah,
So,
it's a team sport. Yeah.
I don't know who, and Lamar needs an agent. Stop fiddle fucking around with these people. You and your mom are trying to, no. Get somebody that doesn't have emotions involved, that doesn't see you as my baby. And no. A person that's going to go out there and advocate for you.
Lamar just want to
And
keep
negotiate
the house.
the
He
right
needs
way.
to. Yeah, he needs somebody that can speak the language, and like you said, don't got no interest but to do their damn job. You get what I'm saying? To do their damn job.
I mean, and again, I say Miami's ready to go. I say he go Miami. If y'all listening to us, sell out, bro. Go get him. Go get him. Offer the house, because you're not gonna lose Tyreek. You're not losing Waddle. You're not losing anything, and that defense is pretty good. So I would say, I'm hating that it's taking so long for a decision.
Yeah, the thing about it is, with it taking so long, you start to lose the interest of trying to not even figure out. It's just like, okay, like y'all already know the person that I say I ain't gonna talk about. Like, there's nothing that's gonna get me to talk about this person.
I was about to say his name. I was about to say his name because he's doing the same thing. You sit here waiting around to hear him say, "Am I going to play for them, or am I going to? I'm not playing. I want to go somewhere else." If I was that franchise, dump him. Here you go, bro. Thank you, but no, thank you. You ain't take us to the promised land and since forever. You know what I'm saying? You will walk around here like you pissing platinum and shit in gold. No, spitting silver and sneezing bronze. You ain't doing none of that shit. Get out of here. Back to back MVP, my ass. Anyway, what else, Bree?
So I'm gonna say my piece on it really fast. So I agree with both of you guys. I'm sorry, my mouth is just all. I agree with both of you guys, but I will say the Ravens are not gonna pay him that money, and the Ravens are not gonna pay him that money because one, yes, you won MVP your rookie year. What have you done since then?
Nothing. And he's missed games both seasons.
Then you have a 2-week injury and you're gone 68 days.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even show up for support of your fellow teammates who are also injured with casts and slings on, that show up to practice to motivate, show up to games to motivate, and you sit at home. You know?
But at the end of the day, Bree, I think, and I agree with you. I think the least he could have did was support folks. But folks understand this shit is a business. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes
on their end, it's a business too. Like, we're like the main thing is, the longer he waits to get an agent, mind you, last April we said it, Lamar need to get an agent before the season starts.
The season started and ended. Lamar still does not have an agent.
We said it last April, so because they're gonna give him a bullshit contract, and what they do week 1, they gave him a bullshit contract, and guess who didn't want it? Lamar. You know, and it's like you're busy doing off-season workouts, training. You know, getting ready for training camp, mini camp, all this stuff going on. You don't have time to negotiate. That's why you need an agent.
Somebody that's non-biased, man, that doesn't have a connection to the team, and
it's their profession to do this.
Yes, exactly, and their
profession is to throw the ball.
Yeah, their whole commitment is to make sure the client is good. That's it. Whether that's pissing motherfuckers off or whatever, but that was my there. Hopefully, we'll find something out before the damn OTAs.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. All right, so Netflix is announcing a quarterback. So the title's going to be quarterback, and it's a docu-series following the 2022 NFL season through the eyes of Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota, and Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
So for the first time, the players are mic'd up for every game. It premieres this summer, so we see the ins and outs of what a quarterback is like on the field.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it because, for one, the NFL I think needs that exposure. Not the training camp what they do or Hard Knocks or whatever that thing is called.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. I think it's good. I just feel like they're gonna edit certain things out, and it takes away from the naturalness of it. Because I like to hear when they're up there and they mic'd up, say the crazy stuff they say, and they're like, "Oh, I'm mic'd up. I forgot." Obviously, as long as they're not saying no derogatory, racial slurs or nothing, I don't care. But to be out there and
They
talk,
do it on the red zone though. They don't censor anything on the red zone.
yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I just want to hear because I feel like this is why I say it's good. I in my heart, I believe that there's times Mahomes is sitting there and they're struggling, and he's looking like, "Yo, we could beat these dudes. Why the hell we playing with them?" Like that quarterback matchup to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that defense can't stop me. Kelsey, what's wrong with you, bro? Trav, what's up, bro? Go out there. And they probably talk shit in their little corners that we don't
You
get.
gotta do it. You gotta do it. In
Travis.
You gotta do it in a Kermit voice.
Talk crap.
I don't know how to do it. Well, he's different. He talks his crap, but a lot of people are refined. Like Brady said, he says he doesn't say the truth when he says what 10% of what he's really thinking. The rest of it he keeps censored because of the political read, like to be proper. But no, I would love to hear it. I think it'd be dope. I mean, I wish they did more than just quarterbacks. I wish they would do like a wide receiver and a running back, and just or a defensive player, stuff like that. I think it's good. I think it's good for Netflix, and I like what they're doing, expanding the brand.
Netflix trying that paper.
All right. So this is a quote from AJ Brown. I said I would save my thoughts on the podcast. I think June's the one who backed it up. Me and Nikki both said it was unprofessional. But AJ Brown said, and I quote, "I gave every detail to the Eagles. I'm talking about the cadence, everything. Gave it all because they don't change nothing." AJ Brown on giving the Titans signals to the Eagles. Why I feel I think it's whack and it's unprofessional because they traded you to the Eagles. I know you felt some type of way about it, but that doesn't mean you go back and if you did do it, why would you publicly announce that?
I think people know they do it anyway, Bree.
I know, but why would you publicly say it? But why would you publicly say it?
Because AJ, listen, I want you to understand that AJ Brown is whack. And whack people.
He's whack.
Okay. Oh, we got Frank. I know you saw my tweets that got me suspended on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was going in on him.
Go ahead.
My issue with that is this, right? When the Titans let him go, it was like, y'all dumb. Why y'all let old dude go? But if you whack enough to do that, they knew that you was a cancer. Get that cancer. Then
they called him a diva.
But then listen, you do that, right? You beat the Titans, which the Titan is struggling, but lose the Super Bowl.
And then get mad at my child for having a ring.
The
Titans never competition.
But you calling my son a TikTok boy, but he got a Super Bowl ring and you don't.
But that's because that's hurt feelings. They're hurt that they didn't win. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
But you talking about his stats, but he got a Super Bowl ring and you don't. And he won $1 million and you didn't.
And you publicly told everybody that you told your old team secret. Like and still couldn't win the day. Like, bro, that's just so lame. He's lame. Whack.
So I'll tell you what, I don't think
whack.
I'm on the fence about it. Really, I am.
My thing is that's just like saying, if you have you have a few drinks and then you drive home, I'm not gonna sit there and some people do it sometimes, but I'm not gonna publicly say, oh yeah, I was drinking and then I drove home. Like What?
No, this is my issue. You told on the Titans. The Titans struggled this year.
But he did it
Like,
out of spite.
right. I mean, I would have understood if he said he told it, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. And I told the every play when you were coming from the Chiefs. You get what I'm saying? Or a team that was a
Or the Bills.
contender.
Yeah.
The Titans wasn't a contender.
So I
They
think
got knocked off by us.
I'll say this, because I'm really on the fence about it. I think it's classless.
Whack.
You know,
Unprofessional.
yeah, I think it's unprofessional to just brag about it. I mean, we all know the truth. Come on now. People's even said it where that was dope. People's even said it where they've gone to other teams and they asked them, hey, what they're gonna play, what they're gonna call.
Right.
They said it, yeah, but it's not a braggadocious statement when they say it, and it's like unspoken because it's just honest. Let's be real, bro. Like if Nikki comes from a company that's been winning, and I want to know the secrets, I'm gonna ask her like, yo, what do they do over there?
Yeah, like what are the secrets?
What's the company that keeps them successfully making money? She's gonna tell me, not in a hurtful manner, but just okay, I've been here for a month or two, and this is what y'all don't do, and this is what they do, and stuff like that. But I think how he did it and went about it was classless, just like him bringing up Juju stats. Would you have brought his stats up? Would it have bothered you if you would have won the Super Bowl? No, it would have.
No, right.
But mind you, he just shared a meme. He literally shared. My parents just got back from Vegas.
Oh,
hey, Mom.
So yeah, he's. I think that was whack. To me, you're a sore loser. Like I told Nikki earlier when we were speaking, I said if anybody should be talking about what they did in the Super Bowl was Jalen Hurts. He set a record, and it's not even mentioned. Not even mentioned. It's overshadowed by the loss, by the Chiefs winning, and Mahomes getting his second ring, and oh my God, his second Super Bowl MVP, was second NFL MVP, and nobody talks about the hard work this young man put in. Look, Juju showed up when he had to show up. He showed up in the Super Bowl when he needed him. He got his money, got his ring. Now he's set. He don't got again. I reached the mountaintop. I can go to any other team, be a wide receiver 2, because he's not, in my opinion, he's not a wide receiver 1. He's a good wide receiver 2, and be good. Or hell, I'll stay with the Chiefs. Listen, don't pay me a lot of money. I'll stay here, and we can do what do.
Mind you, Debo Samuels was talking about old boy too the day prior, that Monday on Twitter, going crazy at him and everything. But they didn't have the same smoke with Debo. They had it with someone that they knew that they could pick on,
Yeah. Because Debo would have lit his ass up.
So here's my issue.
But then also, it's 5 of y'all on little Juju. But everybody was silent when it came to Debo, But then who I really got smoked with was Tyreek Hill because he instigated the whole thing.
Yeah, but Tyreek
He instigated the whole thing.
So
he's on the podcast.
Here's my issue with people, right? When the 49ers went up there and spoke their truth and said if X and YZ happens, the Chiefs are going to be in, the Eagles are going to be in for a long night. When they were exposing what they saw on the team, when the defense said, "Oh, they're not that nice. We just couldn't, you got to do X, Y, and Z, and you're going to beat them." Eagles fans, commentators, they're just hating because they lost to the Eagles. But now the Eagles lost to the Chiefs, and now you want to hate on Juju. You're doing the same shit. It's like when the kicker said what he said, and people criticize the kicker, Robbie Gould, for saying what he said, but then look at the Super Bowl and look what happened. It's just, to me, don't be mad. You lost, bro. You lost. Be mad at your defense. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Be mad at your defense. Go out there and tweet your defense and say what you guys say about it, because that's what let you down. Juju ain't do nothing but, hey, go run this route, catch the ball, score a touchdown. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Juju ain't. Listen, stop, bro. Stop it. You mad? because they won and you lost. That's it. And if you think you're a better wide receiver than him, that's fine. You should think that because, that's how you should think. But don't get mad at the dude because he won and you didn't. It's stupid. And then when y'all see each other, it's all love. When Debo spoke, they don't say nothing to him because he's Debo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let's be
And that's why I tweeted, you pick on Juju because you know he's not a fighter, but I am, so it's good.
yeah, but the thing is, we can't go back. We could say the should have, could have, would have. But one thing I will say, we don't know how that game would have turned out if Purdy never got hurt.
Mhm.
We don't know. We don't know. So what we do know is that he got hurt and they lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do know. But again, don't hate on nobody, man. Listen, y'all not gangsters. Y'all not thugs, bro. Like, stop. Y'all NFL players. Y'all not rappers. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. You're not gonna fight.
So we have one more topic, and then we have a one slide game, and then we're done.
All right.
So my last topic is, and I'm gonna say my thoughts on it now that I thought about it. So Bruce Arians went on Barstool's podcast, and they asked him, "Who was your favorite quarterback you ever worked with?" And he said Andrew Luck. No hesitation, no anything.
Mhm.
At first, I was taken back because I was like, "Whoa." Because you went to 2 Super Bowls with Pittsburgh as their OC under Ben and won a Super Bowl ring. And you also won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady at the Bucks as the head coach. So that first, but then I thought a little bit more about it, and I was like, okay, let me not be selfish, because sometimes it's not about the rings; it's about the impact you have on this person.
Mhm.
And now that I think about it, it's like maybe because he had Andrew Luck his rookie year, he was able to see him progress into something that he became as when he was with Pittsburgh and when he was the head coach in Tampa. He already had 2 well-established quarterbacks that already knew what they were doing, who already had a ring previous to him for them playing for him. So now that I look at it that way, I want to apologize because I was like, what? That makes no sense. But he was able to see a rookie that he coached to train, even if it was for a year, turn out to be a super successful quarterback like Andrew Luck was. And I think that's why he was his favorite, in my opinion. But I don't know. I didn't text him or ask him.
No, I agree with you. And when you said that, he said he was a rookie. I said exactly. That's the difference, because he also coached Peyton Manning too.
Peyton Manning.
So you got Peyton, Hall of Famer. You got Big Ben that should go in the Hall of Fame. You got Brady that's going to be in the Hall of Fame. So, and they all got Super Bowls, right? He won with the Pittsburgh and the Bucks. But it's like you said, impressions matter, and when you able to impress on somebody and impact them, and you see it, that values more to you than, hey, I got Tom Brady, and we just had a conversation, and I would say that he dropped the ball on this, and that was it, or I had Ben, who was Ben already. You didn't have no impact in that, so I that's why I didn't take it no way.
I was just confused at first because I was like, wait, how? Like at first, and then I thought a little bit more into it.
Listen, Bruce, just pick a side. But you retiring or what you doing, bro? You come back to coach? Somebody told
Come
me,
be our offensive coordinator again.
hey, I don't know. Before I say what I gotta say, Nikki, you want to add anything to that, or are you good on it?
I'm good. I mean, that's what it is. So it is
I
what it
think
is.
that's what it is.
But
too.
what if he said that and now Andrew Luck wants to come back and go to the Bucks?
No. No.
I'll come back, coach. You know what I'm saying? Before we
I'll
go,
come back.
before
You
the
said my name.
yeah, I'll come back. The team. Yeah, I got it. I got one thing I do want to talk about. I didn't put it in the comments because I saw it today and it bothered me. Eric Bieniemy signed to the Washington Commanders. OC. A lot of people don't know why he did it. Not that team. Was it to get out of the shadow of Andy Reid? The last 2 years he's interviewed for jobs and never got a head coaching job. Some people said that he did the play calling. I think Andy Reid said he does play calling.
Andy said it, yes.
So on Speak, Shady McCoy, who played for Bieniemy and won a Super Bowl with them on the Chiefs, said that he does not call the plays. He said that he doesn't have any involvement in the passing game plays. Everything he does is running backs because he was the running back coach, and that the plays are called by Andy Reid through the headset to Bieniemy, and Bieniemy gives it to Mahomes. He said, I would love to see more black head coaches or coaches in the NFL. So it's not that I'm trying to hate, but I'm just being honest.
No.
How is he, you left from a situation where you wasn't the play caller, now you're the play caller.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? I felt some kind of way about that. I did. And I felt that way because you have so many people fighting for this man, and here you are, and for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, you're going to discredit everything that he's accomplished by saying that he does not call the plays.
He doesn't only discredit him, he also discredited Andy Reid. You just call Andy Reid a liar. Because for the last 2 years, this man has been saying, dude has been calling the play.
He deserves.
So here you come around now that he has a head coach job and saying that that's a lie. You have now put into question anybody, not just him, that's ever said that this is what the man does. Dummy.
So, and I felt like he was hating there, bro. Like, I felt like
1,000%, 1,000%, 1,000%.
And then when he comes out and says, well, it's not that I'm trying to hate on on a coach. And I get it. Some people feel like he went from one OC. He's not the head coach, so he's an offensive coordinator. So he went from one place to the other, right? But I feel like this is his only way to prove that I'm that good. I need to go somewhere where, at least if there's an improvement, we can say that it's me, Because as long as he's under Andy Reid,
you're always going to say it's Andy.
Yeah, and then when you got people like Shady McCoy, who really didn't do nothing on the Chiefs or the Bucks when they won, is to discredit him. I felt that was weak. I felt that was I don't know, man. Even if it's true, okay, I still think it's weak. I think it's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very disrespectful.
Shit. Like, you on some. I feel like that's some love and hip hop shit. Like that's some weak ass.
Something you throw a drink at.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to get your point on it. I saw it. It bothered me. I was like, oh, Shady, why you doing it?
Real quick. Where should Bobby go?
Wagner?
Oh.
He's a filler. Any team that just needs a veteran filler. Hell, Miami, Cincinnati, shit, he probably go to the Chiefs because they the only team that's probably built to win another one because they just find a way to fucking win regardless. You know what I'm saying? And Kelsey ain't going nowhere. Pacheco's going on his second season.
Kelsey ain't going.
I would love to see Kelsey go to another team.
He's not going anywhere.
He ain't. He's not.
All right, Bree, what else we got?
Now we have a game. So we're going to go Nikki, Frank, then myself, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to put 1 through 8, okay? So you are going to rank these quarterbacks from best to worst. Let me get my pen ready. All right, I'm ready.
Best to worst?
Best to worst. So 1 being the best, 8 being your least favorite. We'll say best to least. So Nikki will go first. Who's your number 1?
I mean, my quarterback is there. I'm not going to put him anything lower than number 1. But my number 2 would have to be number 8. So I got Trevor, Lamar, Joe. See, this ain't real, but Trevor, Lamar, Joe. Jalen, Josh. Shit, I don't give a fuck about anybody.
You can't say that, Nikki.
Oh, damn. I don't know. Shit. We know Dak's struggling. I think two
He's
are done.
8.
I think two are done. And we beat Herbo both
I know,
times.
but Herbo's a great quarterback. He's like one of the best.
I just said we beat him.
So what number? We need 6, 7, and 8.
I don't care where you put any of the rest three. I only really cared about my top 5. But I don't think I want Herbal at 6.
Well, you
I don't
just
care.
told me to pick. So
Yeah,
I just picked.
I really don't care. Yep.
All right, so that's Nikki's top 8.
All right.
I'm gonna go next, and Frank's gonna go last because he's a boy.
I already had mine wrote out. I did it already.
Okay. All right, you're gonna go. I'm gonna be quick. I promise. Okay, let me undo all of these. All right. So my number 1 is gonna be Joe Burrow. My number 2 is going to be Jalen Hurts. My number 3 is going to be Jay Herbo. My number 4 is going to be Josh Allen. My number 5 is going to be Trevor. Number 6 is going to be Lamar. 7 is going to be Tua. And my number 8 is going to be Dak Prescott.
Yeah, that ain't my number 8, but I don't really.
That is mine.
So it's funny. My top 5 were your top 5, not in the same order, but they were still top 5.
No, because you didn't have Herbo in your top 5. You had Lamar in there.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Y'all ready?
All righty. Yep. Let me undo all of my. All right. Go ahead, Frank. Who do you have as number 1?
Dak number 1. Now I'm playing. Nah, Joe, Allen, Lamar, Jalen, Jay
All right.
Herb.
Hold on. You're going too fast. I gotta move the cursor away. Oh.
Joe was his number 1.
Joe, Allen, Lamar,
Jalen, Jay Herbo, Trevor, Tua, and Dak.
Okay.
So we both had 1 off, but
Lamar was in both of y'all's top 5. He wasn't in mine.
yeah, of course.
And then Herbo was in both of our top 5, but he wasn't in yours.
Yep.
I just I reason I didn't put Trevor higher is because this was like the first season he broke out.
That's my quarterback. I wouldn't have had him though.
Yeah. Dak is last to me because I just feel like Dak doesn't do much. Tua this year showed out, but the rest is really, I think the top 5 are the future or the right now. Now, if Trevor come out next year swinging and banging, I might have to change my orders.
You might have to bump up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I might have to. You can't deny what he's done. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, but sometimes we get wrapped up on the accolades, right? You got Herbo been to the Super Bowl, Allen puts up numbers, Lamar MVP, Jalen just made it to Super Bowl. Herbo rookie broke records. He's got records he's set now, So we'll see what happens, but that's for right now, as based off what they did, so far.
So
go ahead, Nikki.
Can you put that picture back up?
What's the magic word?
Now.
Asshole.
Please.
Please. All right. Man, you know what you should have did, Bree? You should have wrote them in different colors so we know blah, blah, blah. But my question is this. So y'all both number 1 was Joe. What does that team need to get them to the big game? So I'm going to ask about everybody. You get what I'm saying? Because I think Joe was a phenomenal. He was my number 2, wasn't he? No, Lamar was.
He's an amazing quarterback. What that team needs is probably a stronger defense, a healthier O-line.
Yeah.
A healthier O-line, a slightly smaller defense, and Russ that's not going to cheat.
I'm going to say this. Don't make stupid mistakes.
Mhm.
They were a shove away from probably going into overtime and maybe winning that game.
Mm,
You're not
yeah,
making a 60-yard kick. You know what I'm saying? So,
maybe. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, maybe.
so
All right.
that's it for me.
How about you know what? Fuck it. So start with the Eagles. What they need?
Their offense is set.
I think they
Oh,
need.
yeah.
I think they need to not rest on their laurels. I think all season long, because of the competition they played, they thought they were the best defense out there. And then you finally went up against a monster in Kansas City, and you let them put up points in the second half. So I think better coaching on that defense. So
They need to know how to seal the game.
yeah.
Like and it's not only them, but a lot of teams forgot that there's 4 quarters to this damn game. You know, they ball out the first 2 quarters and forget like there's a whole nother half.
Mhm.
And I think that was the Eagles' biggest mistake because they did that all year. It didn't start at the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
So I agree there. Okay, so we already talked about the Bengals. All right, the Bills.
Everything.
I don't know about the Bills.
That's why I say everything, because you can't pinpoint where the issue is.
I say
The issue
I say a
really
run
the
game.
quarterback. The quarterback's the issue.
No.
I say a run game.
Yes, he is.
You
On
think
the
okay?
offense,
You think
on
the
the
issue
offense,
is his
so
mind
we're talking
or
about what these players need. These quarterbacks need. He is the main issue on his
I didn't say what
offense.
the quarterback need. I said what does the team need? I just used the teams based off of the quarterbacks that you pulled
He
up.
needs a better quarterback coach. He needs somebody that's gonna, like Brian Dable, that's gonna soothe him on that field and keep him calm in the pocket.
Yeah, so that's okay. Because that's what I said. I'm like, do you think it's in his mind? Because sometimes I feel like he plays so phenomenal, but then when he gets in his head, like he just be making dumb. Remember I said it one game where they were winning, they end up winning, but then towards the end he had all these damn turnovers, and it's like, yo, relax.
So I feel they need a run game
Mm-hmm.
because you make the run game, and you give him that window of not having to do anything himself. Because that's what happens. He gets desperate.
Mhm.
He starts trying to run the ball, throw the ball when he don't need to. They got good wide receivers. They got a good tight end. Their defense is pretty good, you know. Um, they just need to limit his turnovers, and I think that when you start a running game and get it going, it's going to help him out a lot.
I don't know. I think that that team is well balanced, right? And I honestly think that when Josh Allen tries to overcompensate and put the team on his back, he causes more harm. You get what I'm saying? So like Jalen did great. Like you could tell I mean, not that you could tell. Jalen actually put the team on his back. And it was for the betterment of the team. I feel like when Josh tries to put the team on his back, he does more harms most of the time. All right, Cowboys.
The owner needs to step down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, owner needs to step down, and
Okay.
you know, let the GM be a GM. That's it. Is Dak better than Trent Dilfer? I think so. You know, so and he won a Super Bowl, but they had a great defense. So I mean,
I think it's a little bit a lot. I don't know if Dak is the person for them. We already know Zeke need to go.
yeah,
Uh, the defense is okay. They are right. Um, but I think more help needs to be not more help like players, and there might be more help player on the offensive side. But I do agree, Jerry Jones he just needs to be an owner.
just be an owner.
Everybody got to play their part, and he has he's micromanaging, and it's killing the team. All right, we're not going to talk about the damn Ravens because we've already talked about them. They need a lot. Joe Herbert. What's they
Justin Herbert.
Huh?
Justin Herbert.
Yeah. No, I was talking.
You said Joe.
I meant to say Jay, but I was trying to remember what's the name of the team. Chargers.
The Chargers.
Yeah. What they need?
He needs healthier weapons on the offense. And they need a defense that's not going to give up 27 points.
Okay.
Mind you, their defense has names. Like, if you go down the roster of defense, you'll be like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Same with the offense. His problem is with his offense is that his players don't stay healthy the whole season.
Yeah.
And he is a fantastic, phenomenal quarterback. He is an old school pocket quarterback that throws the ball. And when I say, and when he throws, he throws.
Yeah,
And
but
that's why I love him. If he gets him some good, healthy players, weapons, oh, he's golden.
I meant to say this to you last time, and you just said it this time. The days of old pocket sitting quarterbacks is slowly leaving, Bree. Like, so we gotta like the thing about growth is progressing. So we can't hold on, like we can't throw away the old, but we can't hold on to it. And
But
I think
it's
that
not
if he
holding
wants to
on
hold
to
on
it.
and sit in the pocket, because that's what the old is, he's not going. The Chargers will never progress.
Yeah, there's quarterbacks that run as well that are
And
mobile.
the quarterbacks that
But
are
a quarterback, if that's slowly going away, they need to change the name, because the definition of a quarterback is somebody who sits in a pocket, scrambles when they need to, and throw the ball. That's the definition of a quarterback. I'm always going to love me some old school pocket quarterbacks, because that's what I grew up watching for 26 years before Lamar Jackson came in the freaking league and started running.
The two teams that made it to the Super Bowl this year, both of their quarterbacks runs out of the pocket.
I know, but Patrick Mahomes don't run that much. That's what I'm saying. He runs, but he don't run as much as Lamar. And Jalen Hurts.
Lamar didn't make it though. Jalen ran for his life.
I know, but I'm saying, but that's why I'm saying I will forever love him, because that's what I was watching for 26 years before Lamar Jackson entered the league and started making it freaking normal. Yes, it's changing. I understand it's changing. I'm still gonna love me an old school pocket style quarterback, because that is what a quarterback does. So
I'm with her. Listen, I like old school quarterbacks. I like that pocket. I agree with you though. The NFL has progressed. That's why one of the reasons I said.
But I'm gonna forever love me an old school pocket quarterback that's gonna throw the ball down the field.
If it's my preference, if I'm an owner, listen, I'm gonna go. Me, in my opinion, the rest, the what's that shit called? The recipe, the answer to it is a good run game. A good run game leads to a good passing game. You know what I'm saying? And I like a quarterback that could stay in the pocket, throw it. If he got to extend the plays and run out, Big Ben, Aaron Rodgers, Mahomes.
When they need to. Only when they need to.
Yeah. But to answer the question for me, I think what the Chargers need is a offensive-minded coach. And I think they'll be fine. That defense had too many. Sometimes when you got too many big names, it don't make sense. You know, it doesn't work out. And then when you got no names, it plays well. I just think he needs an offensive coach, an offensive-minded coach in there, and I think he'd be fine.
All right, next, the Dolphins.
Healthy quarterback.
Yeah, they need a healthy quarterback. Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, that's simple. That's it. And then last but not least, the Jaguars.
They got it. Coaching. They got it. Y'all got good wide receivers. Y'all got a good run game. You got a good quarterback. You got a good defense. And now you have a good coach. So, and we saw what he did in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what he adds in the offseason. Maybe a veteran wide receiver, which I already had that. Marvin Jones is on there. Cousin. No, not cousin. What's his name? Christian Kirk. See, I have veteran players in there to help with the rookies.
What I was saying. Oh, go ahead, Frank. Sorry.
No. I just think coaching is what I needed. That's it.
So I don't think y'all need any pieces to your offense or defense or coaching wise. what y'all need to do is keep the momentum and keep the consistency going next
Yeah.
season.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to keep the momentum. Um, work on the kinks. You know, Trevor did better this year, but he still had a lot of turnovers for me. Bad time. Shit, he had 4 against the Eagles in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah, I agree.
I will say this though. What I would like Trevor to do is, if he's not doing it already, is in the offseason meet up with them wide receivers.
No, he does.
And throw the ball, get out there, run some drills, and learn their tendencies. You know, that's one thing Brady did with Amendola and Edelman every offseason. And Gronk. And you know, when you do that with players, you establish a connection that doesn't matter. You know they're gonna be there. You know, Mahomes does it with his players. We saw that when Aaron didn't do it with his, look what happened. So sometimes that chemistry is built before training camp, before July. It's built in the OTAs, it's built in the off season. It's going somewhere and bonding and building rapport. So as long as you're doing that, I think it'll be fine. I'm actually very interested to see what's going to happen this next year. I really don't. I hate to say this because it's going to sound bad. I don't want to see nothing in the NFC. I want to see what the AFC is going to look like. I really do.
I mean, that's where it's at. NFC this year, it wasn't,
Yeah, and I'm only saying that because I feel like the better quarterbacks are in the. Look at this top 8. Only 2 are NFC. The rest of them are AFC quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you a lot. And 2 of the 8 are in the same division.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, it's like right now, the Jaguars have a good way of running away with the division if they can stay consistently.
Yeah.
2 sets of 2 are in the same division.
Yeah, Lamar and Burrow. So
and then Allen and Tua.
Yep. So you know what I'm saying. And hell, if Miami's listening and you go after Lamar,
oh, and then Dak and Hurts.
Yeah, but
in the NFC, they're in the same division though.
Yeah, you're right. So 3 pair of quarterbacks are in the same division. Mm-hmm. But AFC is where it's at to me. You know what I'm saying? That this is my opinion. AFC is where it's at. You want talent at quarterback? Look what you got there. And they don't even have Mahomes up there.
Right.
You know, put Mahomes up there, and then you have all quarterbacks except for Trevor in the same division. You know, but yeah. So if that's it, Bree, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Is that it?
All right. Thank you guys for sorry. I keep burping and hiccuping.
And be yourself, girl. Let it all out. We appreciate you.
Well, no, it's because of my throat. And it's like, but when I burp and it like stings it feels so good. Don't know why, but I like the pain.
Well, you also have piercings and tattoos. So, I mean, it goes with it.
Always a pleasure doing this with you guys every week. I'm going to work my hardest to find some topics for next week because, there's going to be some underground stuff coming out. Hopefully some more trade proposals start getting leaked and we can talk about those. Thank you guys for listening to Frank Presents the Play Call. Make sure you drink your water, stay healthy, and that's all I have.
So next week,
America, y'all already know how it be. I'll be in Hawaii next week. Yeah.
That's 6 hours back, fam.
Huh?
That's 6 hours back.
I'll be there all week.
For work? Okay.
Yeah, I want to go get station where she's at. That's I'll travel. You know what I mean?
Listen, I love my command.
Hey,
listen, it's the only command I've ever extended. Why not?
If I'm going to Hawaii too to do a job, I'm there. Listen,
you wanna know the funny thing? I'm going this week, and then we're going back in May.
Look at that, winning. Hey, for all the fans and listeners that do listen, and people, I've noticed that the numbers of listens have gone up. Thank you for supporting us. I appreciate it. We're gonna try to keep giving you valid content, worthy content, and make it entertaining. Continue to support, share, like, comment. Let us know what you think we could do better. And thanks for listening to Frank Presents the Play Call. Peace.
Bye.